The wealthy are hoarding toilet paper. Let's have a look. Hello everyone, Florian.heise here, and welcome to another episode of HeiseSays. I thought we'd have a look at this article from news.com.au discussing just families getting shamed in public for hoarding toilet paper. Now, we've been, well, I wouldn't say hoarding, but we've been doing month-long shops before it was even cool. We did it as a way to manage and get control of our finances. With a big family, a big household, it makes a lot of sense. When it was really tight, Rachel did an amazing job getting our monthly spending down with regards to our food. She got it really cheap, and I can't remember how cheap it was, and I'm sure she'll let you know in the comments if she watches this. But that was when we were eating a lot of garbage too. You know, our food budget has gone up. It's gone up significantly since we've changed our diet and are eating up much healthier. Less carbs, less processed stuff. We now buy our animals by the half beast or the full beast and freeze it. You know, that's a great way to save money, particularly if you have a high-fat, meat-based diet, which I would encourage you all to look up low carb down under. But again, we're going off the topic, as I always do. Now, there's a few things here. You know, people hoarding toilet paper. That's not really the takeaway from this. What's disturbing is that people are going around taking photos of other people, of how they're living their life, of what they're choosing to do, and are sharing it in public. Sure, they've covered up the license plate, but you could identify a photo. You could find where it is. There may even be geotagging on the original image in Reddit. It's this dibber-dobber mentality that we're living in now. That is the takeaway from this. That is the disturbing part of this. Are we really getting into 1984, where people are dobbing in their neighbours? Is it going to be like the former Soviet blocs, where your neighbours would dob you in, where children would report on their parents? Or are we already there? Is social media just empowering a nation of whingers, complainers, and jealous, bloody, tall poppy syndrome people bringing down their neighbour? What do you think? I mean, who really cares if people are hoarding a whole lot of toilet paper? I mean, come on. So what? I mean, correct? Is diarrhea a symptom of this illness? I've got no idea. Is that why people are hoarding this? Or are they doing it just to get security of something? I mean, it's toilet paper. Come on. Whoop-de-doo. Worst case, you get a towel or cloth and, you know, you have a bath. There you go. Problem solved. It's not a necessity. It's a luxury. You can do without it if you have to. No one would want to. Not in our nation. I definitely wouldn't want to. But come on. Seriously. It's just not going to go off so they can store it and they can feel like they can have some control. Maybe it's just like a psychological response. But that's the thing that worries me here, is this public shaming. We're seeing it more and more and more for lots of things. And with just social media, with virtual signaling online, people are shaming others. And that's a way to make people fall in line. It's to get people to goose step with the narrative that's being put forward. So you're all a bunch of social justice little sheep that do as you're told. You can't dare question the narrative, or you'll be shamed. You'll be shamed. The old methods are still the same. You know, humans haven't changed that much, guys. They haven't changed that much. We just have better ways of shaming each other. So let's have a look at this. Let's have a look at this take on it. A homeowner has been slammed for stocking up and even flaunting huge amounts of toilet paper. I mean, it's the stupidest thing to brag about. You know, if they're stacking bars of silver and gold, that'd be something noteworthy. Not just bog paper. I mean, come on. How do you know it's got anything to do with this? Maybe they've just got a problem. Maybe they're hoarders. Supermarkets were forced to reintroduce limits of loo roll when new COVID cases began taking off in Melbourne. And they still have them in place in Victoria. I thought people already stocked up on it. However, the image that has so riled Reddit reportedly shows toilet paper hoarding in New South Wales, not Victoria. Oh no, Reddit's upset. An organisation that's taken investment from, the Communist Party, I understand? Yeah, who cares? It's just a social justice, little world in there. In the snap, an expensive Mercedes coupe can be seen in a garage parked alongside enormous amounts of quilt and loo paper. How dare they? Oh, no. I mean, come on. Who cares? And here's the thing, don't be like this wanker. See, this is the thing that they're saying, the caption of the photo. It should be don't be like the little narc that's taking photos of other people's private lives and sharing it with the world to see. That is the disgusting thing. I mean, come on, grow up, you losers. Probably a jealous twat going, oh, he's got a Mercedes. Probably some loser that hasn't achieved anything in his life is pinning all his hopes on the return to socialism. That's probably the only way they're going to lose weight because they're a fat bastard. I swear, I think a lot of these rampant lefties are hoping for socialism so they can get a bit of starvation, so they can lose weight. In the snap, an expensive Mercedes coupe can be seen in the garage alongside enormous amounts of toilet paper. The packs are stepped at least 8 high and reach well into the garage along the entire lengths of the Mercedes C63S, which retails north of 150 grand. Hundreds of individual rolls will be stored. I mean, who cares? The reason why I'm disturbed at this is the fact that this is getting mainstream media attention. I mean, okay, it's news.com, it's not mainstream, but still, it's media. But the fact that people feel like they can do this, feel justified to pull out their phone, stand there and take a photo of someone's garage because they're storing toilet paper. Am I the only one that's worried about this, that sees where this goes? If you do something against the narrative, they'll shut your business, they'll shut down your speech, they'll shut down your employment. They'll send you to jail. Where would Australia put gulags, guys? Where would we have it? It would have to be in the middle of the country. We don't have Siberia. It'd have to be in the middle of the country to re-educate. And don't think I'm being facetious here. That's the eventual path of this thinking now. That's the danger. This is showing us jealousy of wealth, jealousy of people who are doing well, and then they tend to dehumanize people. And that's where it goes. Ordinary people are capable of horrific things, everyone. And it's dangerous because people will just follow lock in step. They won't dare to challenge it because they're afraid. They're afraid. Most people in Australia aren't even politically active, so they probably wouldn't even be aware of what would happen. The household came in for some fierce criticism on the website. Yeah, wow, it's Reddit. Who cares? This goes towards my theory that the wealthiest are the most selfish humans alive, said one. Anyone who thinks that they need that much toilet paper is probably full of crap. Okay, now that's funny. That's a good one. Another said it was a stupid act of selfish consumerism. So what? They've got it there. It's in the garage. Let them do it. Maybe they went to Costco and bought a whole heap of it. That's what people who do at Costco. It's still cheaper to buy at Aldi when you break it down to the actual weight of items. Costco's a bit of a con. They use a marketing tactic of getting you to invest money and getting a membership card, so then you feel obliged to go back there to get your membership worth. But what we're seeing here is jealousy. It's jealousy. You find a lot of people on the left. A lot of people are jealous of anyone that has anything better than them. Even more toilet paper. And they will take it out in one way or another. And that's the danger. That's the danger. However, others were willing to give the Quilton preppers benefit of the doubt. People who simply maintain a healthy stockpile aren't the problem. It's the people who go out of their way to drastically increase their purchases that are the problem. Everybody should have a buffer of all basic supplies. Don't buy them all at once. Buy one extra every time you do the groceries. And that's good advice. That's right. People should have a buffer. People should have at least a month's worth of food if they can aside. That's prepping. People should have a buffer financially too. Financially too. Some point out that no one knew the circumstances of why they had so much toilet paper, and they might even own a shop that sells a product. But no, yeah, I mean, that goes against the narrative. That goes against the narrative of the greedy people who are jealous. Jealous of toilet paper. Just think about that. And here's a huge pile of toilet paper. I don't even get why they're doing this. It's not the first time someone has been shamed for buying what appears to be too much toilet paper. A video did the rounds earlier this month of a group of Sydney tradies stumbling across a massive pile of toilet paper in Macquarie Fields in the city's southwest, and then accusing the owner, CD, of hoarding the rolls. Footage was shared by one of them on Facebook and racked up more than 1 million views, with many people in the comments slamming her, accusing her of stripping shelves. How do they know she didn't import it? Oh, here we go. The only problem was that none of this was true. She instead purchased the toilet paper from a supplier in China for her 2 convenience stores, something she vows she would never do again as a result of the furore over the viral video. So, she went out of her way to buy it in bulk and import it so she could sell it at her shop to people. And because the virtue signaling bloody little tall poppy jealous bastards on the internet dogpiled on her, she's not going to do it again. Welcome to Australia, people. Welcome to Australia. This is why our economic complexity is down the toilet. Okay, this is why we can't compete with other countries around the world. Because here when someone, okay, it's bog roll. Who cares? But they're taking an initiative. They're stepping out of their comfort zone. They're taking risk, and they get slammed for it. This is where we're headed. And this, I know this is a joke. It's all fun and games, but this is the beginning. This is the beginning. Look at what's happening around the world. Look at what's happening around the world. Just the stupid, the lack of understanding of history, the calls that people are making to destroy history. It's the stupid, everyone. It's stupid jealousy, and I think Australia is just as susceptible to it as any other country in the world. If anything, a little bit more, because we've had it just that little bit too good for longer than anyone else. The businesswoman told news.com.au the whole ordeal was a nightmare and has urged people to think twice before jumping to conclusions when they see something on social media. Yes, she said she would make very little profit from selling the toilet paper and had only bought it so her elderly customers would not have to struggle to find it. Well, that'll teach her. That'll teach you what happens if you make an effort in business here in Australia. What do you think, everyone? What do you think? Am I overreacting? Or is just this wealth of jealousy here? Is this just a sign of, frankly, a really disgusting part of our culture here? We'll have to see. Have you hoarded up on your toilet paper? Or are you jealous of those rich bastards that have a few extra rolls than you? Maybe people just need to afterpay their bulk toilet paper purchases. I'm sure that'll be fine. Let me know what you think, everyone. Do you think we got a chance to come out of this stronger as a nation? Or are people going to be pulling everyone who's trying to get out of that bucket of crabs back down? Let me know your thoughts and opinions in the comments below. Please like, share, and subscribe to the channel. If you're a fan and want to support the content I create here, there are a few ways you can. You can join us on YouTube or Patreon. You can support us using our affiliate links at Amazon, eBay, or Independent Reserve. You can buy our merch from HeiseSays, use Gold Pass from the Perth Mint, or support us via PayPal. Thanks, everyone. I'll see you next time.